Welcome back to another episode of Ruthless TV, where I break down Tyler Perry's hit cable series Ruthless scene by scene. Now, let's get into the video. Today I want to talk about the three blind mice, Paula, Lacey, and Zane. If you've been watching my Ruthless recaps, then you know that this is the name that I've pinned for these young ladies because it's like the blind leading the blind when it comes to them, right? And in this video, I just want to kind of explore the possibility of them actually leaving the compound. Now, last episode, we found out that Paula voluntarily came to the compound. She mentioned to Paula and, wait a minute. She mentioned to, you know what? Do you guys remember the simple TV shows that we used to look at a long time ago, like Good Times and The Jeffersons, shows like that? It was like 7 people, just 7, right? We had George, Wheezy, the Willises, that's 4. Then we had Mr. Bentley, Florence, Lionel, and Jenny. That's it. Like 7 people. Wait, that's 8. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's about 8 people, right? I don't know. Tyler got about 500,000 cast members, so it's hard to keep up. So if I skip the names or mess up a name, just bear with me, okay? And I'm not going to be doing too much editing in this video. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning, okay? So just bear with me on this one. But anyway, she mentioned to Zane and Lacey that before she came to the compound that her mom told her to beware of false prophets, and then she sent her a Bible. Now, Zane told us that Paula's stepfather raped her, and I'm sure that this had a lot to do with her coming to the compound, but I do remember back in in season 1, she told Ruth that she ran away from home, that she was having problems with her mom and her stepdad, and she ran away from home at 13. Then she hooked up with some guy from the compound, and then she came to the compound. So I'm not sure if there was any time that actually lapsed between her being 13 and coming to the compound, but she ended up at the compound somehow, and now she has to, deal with the day-to-day and just things happening and going on there. Then I guess she decided to, end it all or just escape the chaos by drinking bleach, which made her, of course, very sick. And, she drank the bleach because Ruth found out that they wanted to leave, and then Ruth threatened to give the letter to the highest that she wrote to Melinda's father, who's a senator, in hopes that the senator would come looking for Melinda and that he'd, somehow rescue everybody or something. So that's been her compound story, and if she's been there since she was 13, then she's been there for a really, really long time. And maybe used to the compound life, but I guess she's just fed up and just ready to go. Then we were introduced to Lacey while she and 3 other gullible members were standing in the back of the trailers when Elder Mother crept up and told her that she'd be going on assignment for the highest. And she was so excited and felt so privileged, to do the honors, much like Melinda is doing right now. Like they don't know what they're signing up for until it's after the fact and too late. But when she first came onto the scene, her and Oliver were already an item and doing the wild things, right? Oliver was basically already in love with her from the beginning. And I used to think that Oliver was probably, I thought they joined together, but as time went on, it seemed like Oliver may have been recruited from jail or something, because he's always talking about his thugged out gangster life, right? Before he came to the compound. And it seems that Lacey may have been a compound kid. And I say that because of the storyline. It seems that as if, she waited until, she was old enough or had become of age to start going on these assignments. And this is another thing that really sucks, is the fact that they're not really allowed to talk to each other. And this is a part of the reason Why? Because if they were allowed to speak freely, then they'd be able to tell one another about these assignments, right? And what goes on. And this is why no one can speak on the coronation, on the cleansings, and other assignments, because then no one would be eager or excited to participate at all, I'm sure. And Lacey's assignment was fairly gruesome, and so she told Oliver that she won't be able to go through that again. So she's definitely ready to go. And she even stole the keys to Lilo's car from Oliver so that she can try to convince the other two to leave with her and just ride out. Then we have Zane, who's the youngest of them all, Little Rain, aka Zane. I call her Rain because she's always crying, and she cried when Paula drank the beach. She cried when Paula drank the bleach, and she cried when Paula was going to leave with the escapees. So she just cries all the time and just rain. That's why I call her Rain. But anyway, Zane entered the scene in the second half of season 1 too, and she's for the most part Paula's friend and her confidant and the crybaby of the three. But she's sweet, and we do know that she's been on an assignment already and told us that the rapes only happened once. Remember, they were all bunking together, and I think it was a couple of episodes ago. But she's been with Paula since the beginning. And remember when I spoke about the letter that Paula wrote to the senator? She was with Paula when Ruth and Tally questioned her about it. So it's apparent that she wants to leave as well, but Zane ain't gonna bust a grape. She may be in on the planning and appear to have your back, but Zane will probably be there till the raccoon calls her home. And she's that petrified, and she's just not gonna leave. Now, let's just take a look at others who have tried to leave the compound. And I know that it was the escapees, of course, but I thought Elder Mother told Ruth at one point that another young lady tried to leave and got ran over by a train or something. I don't know. Maybe she was being disloyal or something. I really can't remember, but drop me a note in the comments if you remember that girl that got hit by the train. But the escapees left on foot, right? Just wandering through the woods. But Lacey has the keys to Lilo's car. So let's explore this theory for just a moment. So first, we know that she has to first locate the car. Now, Oliver did tell her that it was behind the compound. So I don't know. I'm sure it can't be too hard to find. And I don't know, but no one else has seen the car. I'm shocked that they haven't, but, no one has come to look for Lilo. The body's beyond decomposed at this point. So I don't know. We do know that their first amateur escape didn't come to fruition because Elder Mother Agnes locked the door from the outside, and they weren't anticipating that. So my next plan would be to maybe go out the window, right? But I guess between the three of them, neither one of them entertained that thought. But I don't think Zane's going, period. So it'll just be left between the two, Paula and Lacey. And Lacey says that she's going to be able to drive the car right off the compound. And Paula wasn't sure that she knew the car well enough to drive it. And I'm with Paula on this one because, what if the car is a stick shift or something? Or what if the car doesn't have enough gas? Like, they don't have a well thought out plan at all. Like, no one has thought to siphon the gas from one of the compound vehicles first and then put it in Lilo's tank to be sure that they even have enough gas to cover a trip. Like, they haven't thought to ask someone to, tell them how many miles it is to get to civilization, because no one seems to know their location except for, the people that have gone on assignments and other people who are privileged to go into town to get groceries. And then they have this loose, generic 1, 2, 3, go mentality when it's time to bust a move. Like, when will they know that it's time to make that move to the car, in broad daylight? I don't know. It's such a poorly put together escape plan. Like, I don't know, they just may be able to get in the car and ride a little bit, but a fully successful escape plan from the compound, never. I just don't see it. Do y'all think the 3 blind mice will be able to pull this off, or at least the 2 blind mice at this point? Let me know in the comments. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe so that you won't miss Ruthless recaps and scene discussions. If you liked the video, click the like button so that I'll know that you liked it. You could have been doing so many other things, so I do appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one.